Okay, imagine if I told you we just cracked the code to a technology that could give us unlimited clean energy, solve climate change, and trigger a global economic revolution. Sounds like sci-fi, right? But here's the thing. Scientists in the UK just smashed a record in nuclear fusion that makes this future feel weirdly plausible. Let me explain why this isn't just another lab experiment. It's a glimpse into a potential energy utopia. Alright, so the basics: fusion is what powers the sun. We've been chasing it for decades because it promises energy with zero carbon emissions, minimal radioactive waste, and fuel that's literally seawater. But here's the catch: containing plasma hotter than the sun's core without it tearing your reactor apart? That's the part we've been terrible at. Until now. The MAST upgrade team just hit a pressure record while keeping plasma stable, which sounds nerdy until you realize this is the exact problem that's been keeping fusion in labs for 70 years. Let me break down why this matters. Most people think fusion is just about heat, like, make it hotter and boom, energy. Wrong. The real magic is balancing pressure, temperature, and stability. It's like trying to hold a hurricane in a bottle. Previous reactors would either lose control of the plasma, imagine a wild animal breaking free, or damage their own components trying. These ELM bursts they mentioned? Those are like tiny plasma tantrums that could wreck a reactor's guts over time. But the UK team didn't just survive those tantrums. They found ways to predict and neutralize them. Personally, I think the real story here isn't just the pressure record. It's the mind-blowing tech they developed to get there. Real-time plasma control using visible light? That's like giving a self-driving car sensors that can react to a hair's width of deviation at 100 miles per hour. And the nitrogen trick to radiate heat away. It's almost poetic. They're turning a fusion reactor's exhaust problem into a light show that dissipates energy safely. This isn't just engineering, it's atomic-level improvisation. But wait, let's zoom out. Why should you care? Because this changes the entire game plan for fusion's commercial future. Think about it. If we can build reactors that don't require constant babysitting from PhDs, suddenly fusion becomes a plug-and-play energy source. No more oil geopolitics, no more climate gridlock. But here's a twist. What if this breakthrough creates a new problem? Like, what happens when countries start racing to control this tech? Fusion could become the next space race, except with way higher stakes. One thing that fascinates me is how this UK project is shaping global fusion strategy. They're not just doing experiments. They're blueprinting the operating systems for future power plants. Those for stable regimes they mentioned? That's like discovering multiple cheat codes for fusion. And let's be real, when the head of the project says this data is drawing international attention, that's fusion speak for the world is about to get very interesting. So here's my closing thought. We're standing at the edge of a potential energy revolution, but history tells us these breakthroughs often come with hidden hurdles. Sure, we might solve the plasma stability issue, but what about material science? Cost scaling? Political will? The road from lab to grid is littered with promising tech that never made it. But if they do pull this off, we're not just looking at new power plants. We're talking about rewriting humanity's energy story. What do you think? Is this the beginning of fusion's breakout moment? Or are we still decades away from seeing this in action? Drop your thoughts below. Let's geek out about our possible energy future together.